This is Coyote News.
Tonight on Coyote Sports, the football team falls in heartbreaking fashion, and we have a story previewing the women's basketball season. But first, the headlines with Devin Martin.
Two-time Cy Young Award-winning pitcher Roy Halladay died yesterday when his private plane crashed into the Gulf of Mexico. He was 40 years old. Halladay spent 12 seasons with the Toronto Blue Jays and 4 seasons with the Philadelphia Phillies. He won 203 games over his career, was an 8-time All-Star, threw a perfect game, and also threw a no-hitter in a playoff game. UCLA head men's basketball coach Steve Alford announced that he will sit the 3 players accused of shoplifting in China. The team is scheduled to play a game against Georgia Tech in Shanghai on Saturday. Among the 3 players accused is LiAngelo Ball, brother of Lakers rookie Lonzo Ball. And those are your headlines.
The USD football team entered Saturday's game at Northern Iowa with a 7-1 record, looking for another win to help their chances of securing a home playoff game. Chris Streveler was back in the lineup for the Coyotes after leaving last week's game with a shoulder injury, and he'd get off to a fast start. He finds Josh Hale in the flat. He slips by a defender, and he takes it into the end zone, giving USD a 7-0 lead. After the teams exchange field goals, Eli Dunn connects with a wide-open Isaiah Weston. He takes it 59 yards for a Panther touchdown to tie the game at 13. First Coyote drive of the second half, and tight end Brett Sampson takes the handoff, weaves his way through the defense. He goes in for a score, and the Coyotes are up 10. They look to be going on to another win, and then everything starts to go wrong. Coyotes looking to run out the clock, and Kai Henry fumbles the football. Northern Iowa recovers and returns it to the 11-yard line. On the ensuing Panther drive, Marcus Waymiller will take the handoff right here. He takes it in for a touchdown, giving UNI a 27-23 lead. But they'd leave just enough time on the clock for Streveler to lead a game-winning drive. He rolls out to his left. He's under pressure, and he will throw it right at Keelan Brookings from UNI. He takes it all the way back for a pick 6, and Northern Iowa goes on to upset the Coyotes 34-29. The Coyotes fall to 7-2 on the season. They travel to Fargo this weekend for a battle with NDSU. Fans got their first chance to see the men's basketball team in action on Saturday. The Coyotes defeated the University of Sioux Falls 73-64 in an exhibition game. Tyler Hagedorn led the way for the Yotes with 15 points. Tristan Simpson and Matt Mooney tallied 11 each, and Carlton Hurst just missed a double-double with 8 points and 10 rebounds. The Coyotes begin the regular season Saturday night at home against Mayville State. The women's basketball season is just a few days from tipping off, and the team feels confident heading into the 2017-2018 campaign. Last season, under new head coach Don Plitzowite, a young and relatively inexperienced USD women's basketball team finished 4th in the Summit League standings and lost in the opening round of the conference tournament to Omaha. This season experiences USD's strength going into year 2 under Plitzowite.
We have a 4th-year senior in Kate Liveringhouse, a 5th-year senior in Jasmine Trimboli. We have a 6th-year senior in Caitlin Duffy. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we may be the only team in the country that has that. It's a pretty unique situation.
The return of Caitlin Duffy and Jasmine Trimboli, who both missed last season with injury, add to an already talented group whose goal is to fill the arena with a conference championship. Caitlin Duffy says she's thankful to be back, especially with the chance to play with younger sister Kira Duffy.
I mean, going through all of last year, learned a lot, grew a lot, but the whole time not knowing if I was going to get this year. And so truly, it sounds cliche, but every day I just feel like is a blessing that I get to be on the court with these guys and my sister. And so it's awesome. I'm so excited.
Although the Coyotes missed having Trimboli and Duffy last season, it gave other players on the team an opportunity to learn positions they'd normally not play.
Anybody can play anywhere, and I think that's definitely going to be prevalent this year in everyone's kind of diversity and ability to play multiple positions.
The Coyotes have a tough non-conference schedule to start the year that includes Power 5 opponents Iowa State, Oklahoma State, and Tennessee. Coach Plitzowite says playing those teams helps the program toward reaching their long-term goals.
Our goal is to continue to compete for conference championships and conference tournament championships on a year-to-year basis. So in order to prepare for that, what was really important for us was to have an opportunity to play the best non-conference schedule that we could put together. Tip
off their season Friday in Ames against Iowa State. The USD swimming and diving teams had 4 athletes sweep the Summit League Athlete of the Week awards. Junior Sarah Shank and sophomore Isaac Morris took Diver of the Week awards. Juniors Morgan Holt and Hunter Paget brought home Swimmer of the Week honors. Shank won the award for the second time in his career as she swept both 1-meter dives and the 3-meter dives, and also qualified for the NCAA Zone Diving Championships for the first time in her career. Morris won the award for the 3rd time in his career after finishing 3rd in the 1-meter dive, and he also qualified for the NCAA Zone Diving Championships. Holt won the award for the first time in her career after winning the 200-yard butterfly, and Paget brought home the award for the 2nd time in his career after winning the 100 and 200-yard freestyle races. The swimming and diving team will look to make a splash at the Iowa State Tri-Duals this Friday in Ames. The USD volleyball team defeated SDSU last night in straight sets. Senior Brittany Jessen is now the program's all-time leader in career assists. Jessen recorded 32 assists in a 3-1 loss to Oral Roberts on Sunday. She now sits at 4,655 assists, passing Tori Kroll, who played for the Yotes from 2010 to 2013. The Coyotes sit in 3rd place in the Summit League standings. They wrap up the regular season at home Friday night against Denver. The high school football championships are in Vermillion tomorrow through Saturday, and what most people don't know about the championships is that the entire 3-day, 7-session event is organized and put on by USD students. Coyote News' Lauren Solik is live in the muck with Taylor Staub, a member of the executive staff, to talk about everything that goes into planning the event. Lauren?
Thanks, Devin. So Taylor, how will organizing events like this help you in your future?
As someone who wants to go into sports, being able to organize this as a college student is incredibly beneficial because you can go into the real world and say, I've already done a high school football championship, give me all of the information I need and I can just go off from that. You don't have to tell me X, Y, and Z, you just need to tell me maybe just X.
And so what has been the most challenging part about the planning?
The most challenging part about the planning for me personally has been the communication, the scheduling, and the booking, because you're calling one person who refers you to another person who's referring you to another person, so it's a chain reaction of just getting to the one person to get the information that you need. And then because we didn't know who was going to make it to the championships until last Friday, it was, we had to contact 30 athletic directors, and now it's down to 14, and it was, okay, well, we have plans for these guys, but not these athletic directors.
Okay, and so are USD students allowed to go, and if so, how much does it cost for them?
USD students are allowed to come. If they want to come in for free, we're always looking for volunteers to help run the show, so being ushers, making sure that the high school students aren't running to and fro. But if they want to be a spectator, it's going to be $15 for a reserved seat.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Taylor.
You're welcome.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend, since our football team is on the road, check out the South Dakota High School Championships. Live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Lauren Solik.
Thanks, Lauren. Here's the full schedule of all 7 games. The 9-man classes kick off the championships tomorrow. In Class 9B, Sully Buttes takes on Coleman Egan. Coleman Egan is looking to repeat as champs. The second game of the day is Class 9AA matchup between Gregory and Irene Wakanda. The Gregory Gorillas are also looking to win back-to-back titles. And in Class 9A, Corsica Stickney takes on Britton Hecla. On Friday, Sioux Falls Christian takes on Bridgewater Emory Ethan in the 11B title game. Sioux Falls Christian is making their first appearance in the state championship game. And in 11AA, Harrisburg takes on Pierre. Harrisburg returns to the Dome for a second straight year after losing to Mitchell last season. And on Saturday, Madison battles Dakota Valley in Class 11A. Madison is looking for a 3rd consecutive championship. And finally, in Class 11 AAA, Sioux Falls Washington is also looking to three-peat when they take on crosstown rival Sioux Falls Roosevelt.